Hello Internet, Demagen here. Welcome to... this is just a demo tryout, really. I heard about this game a couple of days ago. I saw a trailer for it on social media, I think. And I thought it looked interesting, so I downloaded it and then forgot about it for 2 days. So, let's see what it's like. I had a quick look at the Steam forums, and apparently performance isn't great. So, we'll see what it's like. Am I tapping B? Am I holding B? I can't tell. That doesn't actually help me. Huh. Based on the fluidity of the background, I am going to assume that the game is supposed to look like this. I'm just... Huh. Well, I mean, the game's running at 240, and it feels fine. Yeah, we've got a decent jump with some variable jump heights. We've got an attack. We've got a back step on R1. But there's something about the character movements why is this not doing anything? I'm holding the Y equivalent. Maybe I just don't need to use it yet. Yeah, there we go. So that works. So the button works. It's just that in the first room of the demo... Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. In the first room of the demo, you have a contraption that requires the use of a button, but doesn't actually do anything. Thus potentially leading to confusion. Yeah, see, that worked. Corpses. But I really like the aesthetic, and when the character is still, the character looks really cool. But there's something about it in motion that looks a little bit stiff and a little bit like it needs more frames of animation. What do they call frames of animation that come between keyframes? There's a word for it, and I've forgotten what it is. Google, help me out here. What do we call frames of animation between keyframes? Are they just called tweens? Oh, yeah, they're tweens, aren't they? Because they're between. I'm a smart person. Yeah, again, the way that kind of twisted up, it's like, it looks great, but it also looked stiff from an animation point of view. Okay, we've got some little physicky particle effects. Oh! That's a little bit harsh. Okay, we've got a soul-style system. Whoa. From Hollow Knights. I get really tired of making that comparison, but it is the one that people seem to understand. Are you down there for a reason? Whoa. You are down there for a reason. Yeah, this is... How do I describe this? This is causing... Right, I'm holding right here, and as you can see, it's turning me round left. And it's only happening when I jump into the wall. So it's not my controller thing. Something's weird there. My brain is struggling with this because it looks... It's a very pretty and... Corrupted crystal, an energy source tainted with corrupted shine. Check your inventory for details. Yeah, I really like the aesthetic of the game. We have to find her. The commander will lynch us if we don't. She's important. We are lost without her. I hope she is the answer to all our prayers. Amory essence. The very core of an amory being. Ooh. Had some weird kind of jitter when I pushed up against that. Yeah, I just don't like this run animation at all. It looks like it needs more frames, and it looks like her face shrinks. And that's not a case of, oh, she's leaning forwards, it's perspective. It's like, I get that the... Do I have a... No, I don't have a mouse cursor. Right. Her hair lines up right here with the top of this kind of triangular thing. Now, when she moves, I appreciate that it's going to stream back a bit. But it's quite a lot lower. And it's not... It's not proportionate to the speed that we're moving at. I mean, this is me tilting the stick ever so slightly. So we're moving, but we're not moving properly, which means that the acceleration is... either you need two states, so you need a walking animation and a running animation, or you shouldn't have the kind of variable speed. Yeah, that doesn't feel right, and it doesn't. More importantly, it doesn't look right. Red to dread, blue to gain. Strike with care, rewards or pain. Okay. So that's teaching us that red glowy things are bad for us. Oh. Okay, yes, I am. I'm seeing the jitters. I don't know if it's performance based. I'll try and keep an eye. Hello. Yeah, I mean, losing a couple of FPS, a couple of frames. I became an eidolon. Why? Huh? Oh, did that kill me? Yeah, great aesthetic, but stiff animation. I think that is what this is boiling down to. Yeah, I really like... I really like the aesthetic. Okay, so it looks like we've got hard checkpointing. Oh yeah, inventory. That's probably something I should try, isn't it? Map not available. Fuser. Corrupted crystal. Amory essence. Weapon skill tree. Runes. Abilities. Axo. Dahlia. Bond is broken. I wonder why there is no map. Is it a demo thing? Okay, that's how that works. Yeah, it's interesting that we can bash away at that ceiling. Right, have I turned this on? I have. Okay, drop down through the platforms. Okay, hitbox on. Guess what? We've got to do all that again. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that that was my fault. Yeah, it just looks like there's too few frames of animation. Health orb piece acquired. It's a piece of heart. Okay, so I guess that's what that was for. Camera probably shouldn't pan up to that. Right, so these are spawners. Oh. Ideally, I foresee situations where we interact with a background object like that with no way of knowing whether there is going to be an enemy or not inside it, and we're at 1 health and we just die straight away. Which, with the hard checkpointing system, will feel really shit. And it will teach players not to interact with the interactables in your game. Now, that's not a great... That's not a great idea. Yeah, they need more tweens. They need more frames of animation. They just look off. They could do with a little bit of a shaking animation and a wind up before they... Save points? Save points. Okay, hitbox on our attack is nice and wide. There's a shiny thing up there. How am I getting it? Don't know. Guess it's either stuck or I need something else. Oh. Sound design's been okay. Whoa. Yeah, the jitters. Not so much. Huh. Yeah, the game's dropping half of its frames. I'm assuming I don't want to get... hit by that. Has that just respawned all the enemies, or...? Yeah, combat is going to need a bit more dynamism, a bit more juice. I feel like I've been using that term quite a lot recently. It's not even one that I've recently learned. Damn it. Yeah, those frame drops are not great. I believe this is an Unreal Engine game, so that explains... Hello? Oh, hey! Are you from around here? Did you hear the big bang? It's a big mess. It's my mess. Only stay away from this section. It's mine for pillaging. There are tons of valuables in the area. I just have to dig in more. Do you have any glints? I have this map of the area. Here it is. Might be some landmarks missing, but you'll fill them in no time. Right. The thing that Demagen is most interested in... Okay, pressing down on the right stick... Yeah, okay. So the way the zoom works is that it works from the point of our character. It should not do this. It should work from wherever the center of the screen is. Because it's not very useful otherwise. Say I go up here and I want to zoom in there. It's like, oh, then I've got to scroll all the way up again. It also seems to have filled in... various icons, but we do not have a legend for them. Is this... Whoa. The white flash that happens every time you heal is going to get you an epilepsy warning. I'm not epileptic, but that is kind of obnoxious, and you should seriously think about not doing that. We've managed to drag one Amory's sarcophagus. The energy is vibrating through the glass. Can't wait to drain it. Okay, that actually causes damage. So far, enemies are basic. Bit lackluster. I don't even seem to be centered. I assume I can ride this. I was kind of expecting that these enemies would be one-shottable, considering the nature of this section. Also, if you do get knocked off, it's very slow to get them back. Oh, that's going to take forever. The, oh God, the performance is terrible. The irritations are beginning to add up. Door locked inside? What does that mean? Yeah, I'm just going to take a load of damage because the game is... Is that enemy spawned inside a... Inside an obstacle? General impressions. The right, just general thoughts. The aesthetic is wonderful. I like the look. I like the art style. I think the animation is incredibly stiff, and it does the game no favours whatsoever. But what is absolutely killing it for me right now is the juddering and the lurching of the performance. So rather than play any more and get more and more annoyed with things, I'm going to leave it here. And we will come back to Sweet Dreams Dahlia when they have patched it up a bit and they have made the performance better, because this isn't taxing my CPU in the slightest. I'm getting a nice 240 FPS at 4K because I've got a system that should be able to do that. But we've got big lurches and frame drops where my frame rate is literally halving in some instances. And yes, it's an Unreal Engine thing, I am sure. It was Unreal, wasn't it? I'm sure this said it was made in Unreal. In fact, yes, it definitely is, because I can see in OBS that it's got a Win64-shipping.exe, which is the hallmark of an Unreal Engine game. So we have got the start. We've got the start of something that could be interesting, but as of right now, it's very stiff. Combat is very stiff. Animations are very stiff, and something is really weird about this run animation. It just looks like it makes us shrink. I think that needs to be reconsidered. Oh yeah, and when we jump into a wall, it turns us around. Which is kind of odd. But yeah, get some tweens in, make the animation look smoother, and that will add to the feeling of smoothness of the game as a whole, I think. But right now, it's a start. It's a start. Thank you very much for watching, folks. That's been a little taste, if you like, of Sweet Dreams Dahlia. I've added it to my wish list. We shall come back after a patch or two. This is a demo, so I don't know whether they're going to patch the demo or what. But according to the Steam forums, I had a quick look at the Steam forums, and there's only three posts, and at least one of them is to do with performance, one of them is to do with Windows DPI scaling, and one of them is to do with controller. On the off chance that the developers see this video, not the feedback on the forums, I assume they've seen that already, my system specs, and this is not me bragging or anything like that, it's not even a particularly great spec anymore, 7950X AMD processor. Don't know what it's running at. Couldn't tell you. 4080 Super graphics card, 64 gig of RAM. All of my games run off a dedicated NVMe drive, and I'm using a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller connected via USB-C. And I'm specifically saying that because I'm not using it in the Bluetooth mode, which I know can cause issues. I don't think you need anything else spec-wise. But yeah, that's how it's running on this. And I've had the frame rate counter on, so you should have been able to see where things have happened dip-wise. I don't know if it's shaders loading or what, but it is lurching like crazy. And it makes the camera pause, although the game clearly continues running, and therefore when everything catches up, I'm in a different place, usually in the middle of an enemy, it seems, getting hit. Not a bad start, but needs some juice. Needs some juice. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay safe out there. Best of luck to the developers. I want this to be a game that is not just style and no substance. I like the aesthetic. I like what it's going for, but it needs some smoothness and some substance. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.